Hi, today's video is about solving and graphing linear inequalities. This video will be the same for both intermediate algebra 2 and regular algebra 2. The notes you're looking at are actually from intermediate algebra 2, so if you're in regular, you will see some differences. However, you should be able to make application and still be able to do your homework just fine. All right, so let's get started. Firstly, we're going to start with our symbols and notation. I think it's good to have a quick reminder of what all these symbols mean. So this actually is less than, or equal to, greater than, and this one is greater than, or equal to. Remember, the ones that are also equal to have got this little line underneath of them. All right, things to remember. When solving, we want positive x's. It's really hard to graph if you've got a negative x is greater than, equal to, or less than something. Another thing that will help you is put your variable on the left, whether it's x, y, or whatever. When we have equations with equal signs, it doesn't matter whether it's on the left or the right, but for graphing inequalities, you want the variable on the left. Last thing to remember is if you multiply or divide by a negative, you want to flip the operator. Okay, the operator, those are these signs right up here, these symbols. Mathematically, these are called relational operators. So if you're solving an inequality and you multiply or divide by a negative number, you're going to flip that operator. Things to remember when graphing. For less than or greater than, use an empty circle. For less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to, use a filled in circle, a filled in dot. All right, so let's look at some examples here. Solve and graph the inequalities. X plus 4 is less than or equal to 10. But we want to get x by itself. So you solve these just exactly like you would an equation, just exactly as if the operator were an equal sign instead of a less than or equal to. So I want x by itself, so I'll subtract 4 from both sides. So it leaves me with x is less than or equal to 6. All right, so I need to get my 6 on my number line here. All right, it's less than or equal to, so I'm going to put a filled in dot above my 6. And then where are all the x's that are less than 6? Remember, if we're drawing a number line, all right, if we're drawing a number line, the numbers get smaller as you move to the left, they get bigger as you go to the right. So if I want all the x's that are smaller than or equal to 6, I want all of these going this way. So we put a dot on whatever our endpoint is because it's equal to, draw an arrow going to the left because we want all the ones that are less than. All right, looking at the next one, x minus 4 is less than or equal to negative 6. Once again, I want x by itself, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So I get x is less than or equal to negative 2. Once again, I'm going to get my negative 2 up here. It's a less than or equal to, so filled in dot. And I want all the x's that are less than negative 2. So once again, I'm drawing my arrow to the left. All right, next one. I want x by itself, So I've got to get rid of this 6. And this 6 is a positive 6, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. So that gives me negative x is greater than negative 5. But remember what I said, only positive x's. So in order to make this positive, we got to multiply both sides by negative 1. So x and negative 5 times negative 1 gives me a positive 5. And remember what I said, anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, you got to flip that operator. So it was greater than, it now becomes less than. So we're going to find our 5 here. All right, this is just less than, so open circle, not filled in dot, and I want all the x's less than 5. So once again, to the left. Okay, sometimes I draw too fast for smart mode. All right, next, 7x is less than 56. I want x by itself, so I'm going to divide both sides by 7. So x is less than 8. Once again, put down my 8. It's just less than, so open circle, not a filled in dot, and I want less than. All right, I'm flipping the page. You'll just scroll. Okay. Now we're starting to get into slightly more complicated ones. You see that these have x's on both sides, right? This does not change our process. We still solve these exactly like we would an equation. So let's get to work. First, let's take care of our x's. I've got a 3x over here, and that's bigger than the 2x, so where I'm going to move the 2x. So to do that, because it's being subtracted, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. So that's going to give me 5x minus 2 is less than 8. I now want to move the 2, so plus 2 plus 2, so 5x is less than 10. I'm going to divide both sides by, I'm going to bring this up here so I have space, 5x less than 10. Divide both sides by 5, so x is less than 2. Once again, 2 is just less than, open circle. Okay, so we've got a lot of less than ones here. Let's take a look. In fact, let's actually change this. Let me do some erasing, right? Let's make this greater than. All right, x is greater than 2. We haven't drawn a greater than one yet. So 2 greater than, not equal to, so open circle, and greater than, we want all the ones bigger. So greater thans are going to point to the right, where the less than ones point to the left. All right. This one is very similar to the one we just did. So let's go down here and let's look at this last example. All right, and I want to look at this one because this is the most difficult one on the page. The last one always is. And I specifically want to show you this one because of the double distribution that we've got going on here. All right, so let's distribute. So that gives me 6x minus 2 is less than 4x, there we go, plus 6. All right, let's move our x's to the left first. So minus 4x minus 4x. This gives me 2x minus 2 is less than 6. Add 2 to both sides. Gives me 2x is less than 8. Divide both sides by 2. Not 2. X is less than 4. Once again, we're going to draw our 4 is less than. So open circle, not a filled in dot, less than, so we're going to the left. And just for the record, if this had said greater than instead of less than, same thing, just the arrow points to the right. All right, good luck with your homework. As always, if you have any questions, be sure to send me an email. Have a great day.